Greetings, everyone, and a warm welcome to Meditations for the Soul. Our weekly meditations are intended to illumine the true nature of the soul, the higher self, and to share the wisdom of enlightened beings in the realm of souls who are guiding us through the transition to a new era. We invite you to join us in deepening the love and wisdom of the collective group soul. Our program will last about 30 minutes. Let us begin. Words from spiritual elders. The most basic lesson for humanity has not yet been learned. That all human beings have inherent value. For the rich to benefit from the suffering of the poor is a travesty of divine intent and is upsetting the balance of planetary forces. Among the worst culprits are financial speculators and manipulators who trade the future of people and nations without conscious of concern about the consequence to human lives. Such people suppress any thought of human suffering that might stymie their single-minded pursuit of wealth. Their greed is turning the earth into a barren place infested with conflict, terror, and war. Greed reflects a spiritual void in the people who are driven by it. It reveals that the soul is dormant. Seeking satisfaction where it cannot be found is the basic source of human conflict, unrest, isolation, and fear. Only the soul can bestow the nourishment that truly satisfies the human being. On the positive side, the collapse of self-restraint highlights the dark side of human behavior and is making its opposite increasingly desirable. Coarseness is evoking refinement. As humanity is poised on the brink of ultimate choices, the soul is emerging with such force that the masks concealing it are being thrown into high relief. Let us begin a guided meditation.
We are all aware that greed is one of the baser human instincts. When it becomes a dominant trait in people's lives, it transforms them into instruments of vice, using logic and reason to achieve selfish ends. When millions of human beings have no other reason for being alive beyond a desire for more money or power, greed becomes a real threat to the fabric of life on Earth. Many individuals still believe that life exists only on the visible surface of Earth, and that it ceases to exist when the physical form dies. In the absence of spiritual truth about the soul and its rebirth from one lifetime to another, They have no concern for the consequences of their actions. Our modern culture has created a spiritual desert, which has led to the insatiable desire for material things. The ceaseless pursuit of material goals has caused the destruction of life-sustaining systems on our planet. What is occurring now, at the end of the Piscean Age, is the result of humanity's adolescence. Our future progress and growth depends on fostering the illumination of our souls and moving into adulthood. The elders say that we will look back at our present existence on earth and see it as an age of primitive thought and behavior. It will be seen as a dark age, when the light of truth was obscured by the desire for self-gratification. We will realize that violence has been the ingrained pattern of a human race unawakened to the divine love that animates the soul. The good news is that more and more people are realizing that all living things are interconnected and dependent on a higher life source. In the growing awareness of a higher power, human consciousness is evolving. Let us fall still and consciously allow the presence of this higher source of life to penetrate our minds and hearts. The evolutionary aim of the Aquarian Age is to saturate the life of Earth with the power of love arising from the human soul. may be a challenge to imagine a world where soul love is a dominant power, particularly at a time when death and destruction by the force of human will are predominant. But this is the evolutionary goal for the next 2,000 years. There are nations that stand out for their indiscriminate use of military power, and almost all accept violence as a necessary means to vanquish enemies. Despite the knowledge that there can be no winners in a world order dominated by nuclear weapons, willful blindness continues to darken our lives. The encouraging news is that we are beginning to witness a shift in consciousness in the sphere of leadership. A destructive mindset can be changed into a loving and wise example of true leadership. The new leaders in Syria are demonstrating a sense of fairness, goodwill, inclusion, and genuine respect for others. This illustration of light emerging in the Middle East provides us with a genuine cause for optimism. Let us imagine this light spreading and permeating warring factions in the region and around the world in order to establish peace. The community of masters in the Planetary Heart Center is striving to bring as many light workers as possible into a conscious working relationship with the higher forces of light. Their goal is to build bridges of lighted energy connecting all who radiate the light of the soul. To help facilitate the work of uniting those who wish to stand with the forces of light at this time of world crisis, the elders have provided a simple visualization. Envision the members of the new group of world servers in the world, sprinkled around the globe like stars in the heavens. When you peer into the night sky, what you see is an infinite number of stars and occasional constellations, which are groups of stars. Hold this image in your mind's eye for a few moments. Now, picture the entirety of heavenly lights that are spread around the night sky being drawn toward a central point that is forged into an enormous orb of light, so bright that it turns night into day. This is the potential of the new group of world servers to evoke the presence of the one for whom the whole world waits. For a few moments, contemplate a radiant network of light linking all light workers across the globe into a receptive force for the coming revelation. This metaphor aims to evoke the potential of the united force of lightworkers who are anticipating the appearance of a divine avatar. Let us rest together in stillness for a few minutes. We are told that there are two methods of advancing human progress. First, to understand that the human being is a spiritual being, temporarily incarnate in form for the purpose of learning. And second, to cultivate the courage to give up one's comfort and sense of security in order to speak the truth and to act on it. Only when we realize who we truly are can we change the course of events and break the endless cycle of destruction. Let us end with a portion of the great invocation. from the center where the will of God is known. Let purpose guide the little wills of men and women, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men and women, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells.
As we return to outer awareness, we give thanks to everyone for being part of this gathering. Meditations for the soul are offered every Wednesday, Thursday in the Asia Pacific at the same time. For information on the Italian meditation, visit our Italian website at it.atreeoflight.org. And information about the French meditation, visit our French website at fr.atreeoflight.org. You can contribute to the awakening of the human soul by inviting others within your spiritual networks to participate in these meditations. Invitations can be downloaded from the community page of the website. Let us rest in the joy of the soul as we end with music. Our gathering will now close.